Hello, welcome to the Centaur and Gojo podcast. I'm gonna leave now so I don't get spoiled. Goodbye. Have fun.
Alright.
Sam join our
Cool.
Discord.
Talking about spoilers, this video is gonna have spoilers for Attack on Titan seasons 1 through 4. See, that's the disclaimer done now. Now, if anyone comments are actually gonna be off, so nobody can even comment because we already know
You
all
have no
those
opinion.
snakes.
We already know those bloody manga readers.
No, those fucking manga readers.
The
bro.
fucking manga readers, they're coming.
They jump in our comments, start spoiling everything. Suck your mum.
Yeah.
You can't do that, you dickhead.
I think we should send all
If you
the
wanna
manga
spoil it,
readers
email
to the
me.
island.
Cunt. Alright, anyway, yeah.
Right.
So this is gonna be. The episode came out today. We're gonna break it down based on what we know. Obligatory before the episode starts, lads. R.I.P. Sasha. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
May your soul
Yeah.
forever be held with God.
Yeah.
It's peak. It's unfortunate, lads. Let's actually get into what this video is. So we're just going to talk about this episode. We're probably going to do this every week.
We're just going to break it down and talk about our initial reaction, theories and stuff.
Yeah. Go through the episode. There will be screenshots and stuff in the video, so you can at least be semi-involved. Right.
Yeah.
Initial
You can
reaction.
understand the context.
Initial reaction. It was a good episode. It's slow. It was slower, but it was a good episode. I feel it was a lot of information.
It was a slower paced episode. More of an exposition information dump. But to be fair, the way Attack on Titan does it is a lot more better than other shows.
Interesting.
It's actually
Very
interesting. Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than just being like a filler episode Naruto.
Yeah, in other shows, like exposition dumps, it's just boring. It's just like at least in this, it's like mysteries we've already had in the back of our mind being explained.
Well,
That's
not
what it's
explained. That girl, the blonde-haired girl.
What was her name?
What was it?
Yelena.
It started with a Y. Yelena. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her and I don't want to say his name because it's just so difficult to pronounce. Onyonkapok.
Onyonkapok. Yeah, it's not that difficult.
What a
That's
boy.
how you pronounce it.
Onyonkapok. Okay, my boy. First of all, yeah, Sasha didn't have to violate him like that, but we carry on. We move.
Yeah.
She did not need to violate my boy like that. Those kinds of questions should not be asked, if in my opinion, but we'll allow it. We'll allow it for the sake that she's, gone now. She's. But yeah, so they were doing a bit of backstory on it. I guess that's why now it makes sense now why the episode was called like Volunteers, because Zeke has probably had this plan to
Zeke's
overthrow.
been planning for ages.
Yeah.
Overthrow
Which
the
makes
Marleyan
sense,
government
actually.
for a while now.
You also like actually, you know what? I'll talk about this later in the episode. Let's talk about the start.
Let's start from the
What
start.
was the start?
Yeah.
It was
Aaron
No,
was
I
on his...
was going to mention the battleships, but that's later.
a flashback.
Yeah, slightly
didn't
later.
it?
Well, not
Yeah.
really. It started with Armin talking about it, right?
Yeah, and then it flashed back to like the 3 years. Was it 3 years ago?
So that weird,
basically.
that weird little thing. What is it? A shell, a seashell. Why was he holding it in his hand?
Because it's that thing.
I think
from the beginning. Isn't
I think it's like symbolism. One, it was in the trailer.
That seashell,
also-
for some reason, had like some weird.
Yeah,
It's
I
whole,
thought
like-
it was the seashell that he picked up in season 3, part 2. He like picked it up when he went to the sea for the first time, and I think it's just sentimental value.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it was just like calming him down after he just like kind of nuked.
Yeah,
Kid.
that's what I'm saying. It's his
He
sentimental
killed
value.
a lot of people.
Oh, he
Obviously,
nuked
if you're watching
children.
this, you're probably up to date. He's killed a lot of people now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people have died.
I think he was using it as like a stress ball. I'm not gonna lie. Just
Yeah,
to calm
that's
him.
what I'm saying.
Just calming his nerves, trying to at least.
Yeah, because obviously that's like the sea is his happy place. That's like his main goal in life, and
He wanted to see
the
the sea.
shell sort of like symbolizes his love for the sea, in a sense. So I agree with Sam.
It was simple.
He probably like was holding it because just like just flush down those killings.
We'll pretend it never happened, really.
Because the first bit of the episode is all him like regretting it, basically,
Yeah.
talking about how
He's
he wished he could
talking
talk
to
it out.
Annie,
Yeah,
which is
Wished
weird.
yeah, like
Talking to a
But-
comatose
so-
woman.
so from what we've gathered, Almin seems like more of an optimistic type, whereas Eren's sort of like a realist in a sense, such or a pessimist, depending on what regard you would see it as.
I guess
because when he was talking, because when he was talking to Armin, it was like Armin was giving like points up, and Eren was just basically just debunking them all, because he was basically like, "There's no point, Armin."
Well, Armin sort of realised, because he said they need time, right? So when
exactly.
I think this is later in the episode. So, but Eren said they need time, and they're in their minds doing what they called the rumbling, which is basically them just unleashing all of the titans from inside the walls.
Yeah.
Doing that is essentially them gaining time, and then they'll try to make friends with everyone later on.
So their plan is to not actually going on to fear, I think that rumbling will happen.
Yeah.
But I think that what the Paradise Islands plan is to use the rumbling as like a trump card. Just, we have this. Do not fuck with us. Basically.
I'm not sure Eren has the same idea. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't.
I
think so
genuinely think Eren's just trying to end the world. I think my boy's he's trying to cut it off straight.
You have Armin and all the others. Like, we can have peace. We can like use the rumbling as like kind of trump cards to like bargain with.
I feel like, you know what? I feel like Armin and Falco will see eye to eye.
Yeah, I feel like I get
maybe.
along.
Yeah. I mean, they said we'll get onto these different parts. We'll get onto like later on. At the start, first of all, with the warships, because it goes 3 years and then it shows the warship pulling in, right? At least we know now what happened to them.
Yeah.
Where it was Yelena and them man were basically just luring people in and kidnapping them.
Yeah. So the original Marley, right after the Brighter failed, they sent like warships after to go fight Paradise, but they started disappearing, and now we know why, because Yelena was purposely being basically snaked them.
Snaked her own people, basically, is what she did.
Yeah.
The scene where she shot the commander was proper snake.
Yeah.
Where they held what's his name?
But lammed him straight through his head.
Yeah. But to be fair, we see like what was his? I forget his name. The chef guy. It's something Loco, isn't it? Like
Niccolo.
Yeah, Niccolo. Yeah, we see Niccolo. He was like a proper like Marley devotee. He was like, I want to kill these Paradise people. They're like filthy audience. And by the end,
he was the one who got kidnapped. Actually,
he'd
rather die than
bad,
them thingy. Yeah. But then obviously let's call a spade here. He obviously saw Sasha as probably slightly more than a friend, even if she didn't. Yeah. And he was obviously very devastated at her.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate passing. Oh, fuck you, Gabby, you bitch.
We see Gabby and Falco like once this episode, don't we? Just sat in the prison.
We see them in cells.
I think
Gabby's like breaking down.
She has a hate bone up on her.
She's exactly like Eren, how Eren was to the Titans when Eren was a kid. So very parallel.
Yeah, it's a major parallel to the first season. That's why I really love this season. One of the main things I love about this season, all the parallels.
Yeah, they're basically trying to show. I think, again, we talked about this in private, but they're basically trying to show that, why is it when it was happening to Eren, it was bad, but now Eren's doing it, can you say it's good or it's justified?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. It's a difficult thing to say, isn't it?
It basically gives you the perspective of the enemy, and then you're there like, you basically question your morals and say who's really right or wrong. And in my eyes, there's actually no one's right or wrong. It's just grey, and it's just like
you can't definitively say, this person's right or this person's right, because what Eren is doing is it's not a good thing, is it? He's killing innocents, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Although I do still support my boy, but like
my boy,
at the same
respect
time,
him. We support him, but he's a mass murderer.
Yeah. They showed they were showing a lot of the past, not a lot of it, but they showed the past.
We showed a bit of it.
Yeah. Although to be fair, having said that, it's not even though like for example, season 1, my view on it was fuck Brian. But now I don't even feel that. Even though I'm still supporting Eren, I still like see the other side. I'm still there like, oh, these people deserve better.
One thing, Eren was on his flipping predecessor ship. The way he picked up the ship. You remember back in season 3?
Oh yeah.
Season 3 is the exact same thing the Attack Titan
did. It's the same thing as Eren Kruger.
Yeah.
He's on Attack Titan before Grisham.
He's obviously learning. He saw what he did. He knew. I guess that makes sense though. So he knew he could lift up a boat with the strength that he has as a Titan.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that
inherited those memories.
Yeah. It's probably the fucking OP thing about being a Titan shifter. Is basically you can see into the past. You basically see what happened.
Also, I feel like the way, I know this is again back into later in the episode, but the way Armin like brushed off.
Yeah, I feel like
there's nothing that important.
When Eren asked him about has he inherited the memories yet of
Cap.
Yeah, the way he
was, the gap.
The way he was like, oh, it's nothing too special. Like, fuck off.
He definitely hasn't inherited something major that's gonna probably play a part later on.
Yeah.
Like some sort of mad knowledge that this guy is fucking.
Yeah.
The fact that like Eren asked it just shows just the line of dialogue in there, just and the way it's something.
I think Eren clocked it as well, but he didn't want to call him out because obviously they're still mates at the end of the day. I think the problem is I don't think Armin is doing it like as a snake. I think the reason he's saying it is because, like, think back to last episode. He said, "Oh, so this is what you saw," as in. So he's obviously probably not very happy about the fact that he is basically a.
Well, we know that
like a nuke.
Armin is a lot more empathetic than Eren. So he probably like. So obviously Eren was traumatized when he saw his dad's memories and stuff. But it was still his like own family. Whereas with Armin, he's seen
a random some next guy.
Armin's seen through the eyes of his enemy, of the person. Like, so it's probably like a bit. Even though it's similar to Eren, it's probably like a bit different.
To be fair, it's probably humanizing. Because before, right, it's Titans aren't people, blah blah blah, and then it kind of actually wait, they are. And now the fact that he can see the memories, he can see, Bertolt's family and the people that they are, if they're still alive and stuff like that. He's obviously, it humanizes him more to them because now he's seeing that that's what they're like.
Yeah.
You can't say it goes back to what we were saying. You can't say anybody's right in fighting or anybody's wrong in fighting. It's difficult to point
war.
who's.
It's literally just war. It's just the whole point. Like in the war, you can never really say who is objectively right, and that's the same in this situation. And they like correct. I love how Attack on Titan has correctly established that point. Because in a lot of media, there's like a clear protagonist, even if they're not necessarily good. Most shows don't try to show both sides.
But going back to the episode, I just like what's it called, Levi and Zeke. Just when they have a conversation,
they're like two mates who don't really like each other, but they still fuck with each other for no reason.
When they're in the carriage just going through it, there's
but to be fair, you can understand that Levi's like, you killed everyone I care about. I hate you.
Levi wants to fucking smoke this guy so bad, but he can't. He needs him.
Yeah.
He needs him alive. But yeah, okay, we should probably chronological. We started with the start. The start was just the boats and shit. They kidnapped people. I guess, but it showed, right? The point of that was trying to show that they can become friends because they did.
Yeah, exactly.
And eventually, those barriers will break down and they can become.
Yeah, I think the whole point of this episode was like trying to suggest that the Marlenes and Eldians can be friends. Like,
properly,
trying to give a bit of perspective to Armin's point of view. Like, we've seen Eren, what he believes, and we've seen like the war and the destruction.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing like
the peaceful side of things, the whole like them becoming mates and stuff, and we see them like for example, Niccolo, a guy who went from hating, or not necessarily, well,
Well, he's
We
willing
haven't
to
really seen
die.
anything.
He was willing to die so that the Marleans would die as well.
Yeah.
To
But
actually liking them and possibly falling in love with one of them.
yeah, exactly. Like the way he, this is again near the end of the episode, but the way he was like to his Sasha's family. He would never do that if it was like.
And the thing is, it showed another good parallel near the end of the episode as well, was Niccolo getting his shit caved in by the commander, the royal, whatever they're called, like interior police commander. So it's basically, you know, exactly parallel to what happens to an Eldian if they were to move outside of the intermittent zone in things. So it's like you're kind of seeing it, like, rah, that's mad.
So the whole thing that we're learning is every side, like we saw this like in previous episodes, but heavily established here, like both sides are not that different, or not so different. Like that's like a main theme of this whole entire season, that they're both two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, it's like nobody's right or wrong, really. It's just shit happens. You know, they're doing what they need to do to survive, and Eren and his boys are doing what they need to do to survive. At the end of the day, you know, nobody's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Theories. What could happen next with the information we've been given? They were talking. They've got the pieces of the puzzle that they need to start the rumbling now.
One thing so I've been saying this like since the start of the season, like they're gonna use the royal ability. I've been saying that, like, so I think this further shows that what's gonna happen is that I think Eren and Zeke are gonna team up.
Most likely.
And I think they're just gonna cause mayhem.
They're gonna go rogue, and
they're
gonna switch. Because at the end of the day, although Zeke is the Titan with royal blood, Eren is the one that controls. Eren is the one that will call the shots when it comes to unleashing the Colossal Titan, because he is the founding Titan.
Yeah.
I'd give it 10-1 as well. Zeke wouldn't be able to beat Eren in a fight. Not now. Not with the hammer. I'd give it very good odds that Zeke can no longer beat Eren in a fight. Also, not with Warhammer.
Also, we know that it's Eren's will, because in season 2, when he punched Dina, it was him, like his, I want to kill this Titan. That activated ability.
My boy was swinging his fists around like he was actually punching it as the Titans were going.
Yeah, exactly. Although, there's one thing which I forgot to mention, which I completely forgot about. There's a time limit to the ability, right? Because right after Dina died, he still had the founding Titan ability for a little bit. Because I remember, I went back and watched it. Right after that, he looked at Reiner and he screamed at him. And then after they ate Dina, they went at Reiner. So I think there's a time limit. So even if the royal blood dies, there's like a time limit of use where, let's say, I don't know, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Where
the
he
problem
can
is
control the founding Titan ability.
The problem is the problem here is Zeke has to be alive for as long as possible. So Eren has to do, if his plan is to evidently just end the world for the sake of ending the world, he's gonna have to do it in a very sly way, because I doubt if he yams Zeke, that's it. I think then no more royal blood, unless you've got
to be fair, they're sort of hinting at that. Remember at the end of the episode, right? Commander Pixis literally said, "We're putting the Marleans people. They're saying we're putting you in custody and Zeke on shackles." So I feel like Levi. I feel like Levi's gonna try and kill Zeke,
No. I don't think Eren won't allow it, and I think at this point Levi. No. As badass as Levi is, I don't think he'd be able to beat Eren with the Warhammer type. Because
I'm not saying that, but Eren's also in shackles, right? Eren's in a cell, right?
That is true. They've actually locked him. Well, but you can't lock up a Titan shifter.
Yeah.
He just has to put his hand to his mouth, or just just stamp his foot hard on the floor, and this guy turns.
Yeah.
And also, putting Zeke under shackles in very broad terms. They just put him in a forest.
Yeah.
Just left him in a forest.
I love how Levi, like, beforehand was like, oh, you're going in a luxury hotel.
It's a luxury hotel, bro. And then
Luxury hotel.
It's a forest. This is welcome to your new home.
Bro, I love Levi. Like, it's indirectly so funny. Like, Levi and Zeke stuck out.
Because he obviously doesn't like him, but he's just taking the piss out of him for fun now.
Yeah. Zeke is a massive troll, you know.
I know, the guy
like,
he's doing so much to piss him off.
He's like, oh, Levi, why are you staring at me, bro?
Bro, you're scaring me, please.
It's not like I killed all your, like, the whole...
Everyone you knew.
Last episode especially cracked me up, like, Levi, don't say that at me.
Okay. Right, so the rumbling. Let's actually get back on fucking topic. The rumbling. So what they're probably going to do is Zeke wants the Eldians to survive. So Zeke wants to basically rebirth the Eldian Empire and become thingy. Armin was saying, nobody knows what Eren is like, what he wants to do. Even Armin said, I thought I knew him, but I don't know him that well anymore. But I think Eren's motives are a bit odd. They're a bit up in the air.
Yeah.
Because
it's I think they're making it ambiguous on purpose, though. I think they're making it ambiguous, and then when the rumbling starts, or like roughly when it starts, it's probably going to show what his...
Yeah, we'll guarantee we'll get like an flashbacks into how Eren, like...
Yeah.
His mind, he knows something. No amount of memory, like, gained would fuck him up that much unless he knew something mad, like insanely mad. Something that will eventually come up later on. He must know something like serious.
Also, Lars, I know you said, I genuinely think, I've just had like a thing, right? In that episode where Levi puts Zeke in a forest, in the trailer, Levi fights a bunch of titans in the forest, and in that trailer,
two people die.
But you see in that trailer, right? I don't know if you guys noticed it, but like there's a small, like there's a tiny
there's a small titan holding someone. It's holding Zeke. Meaning
so that
Zeke.
So I think, even though you said everyone like that, I think Levi and Zeke are gonna have a round 3 this time. They're gonna have a round 3.
That's the problem, though. Zeke's ability is not to control titans. Zeke's ability is to summon them, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because if he can control them, then he's got the founder ability. Then it doesn't make any sense. So.
No, I think Roy, like, for example, we've established it, and it's been like foreshadowed, and like they've given hints that titans, especially people with royal blood, have special abilities. Like Rod Race, for example,
it's fucking huge.
His titan, like despite being like a regular titan, he was 60 meters long. He was longer than the colossal titan.
You double, triple, almost.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Beast Titan's ability... I don't think it's the Beast Titan's ability to transform Titans. I think it's Zeke's ability to transform people into Titans.
Royal blood. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Zeke's royal blood.
Because think about it, right? Ymir, not like the god Ymir, the girl from season 3, her jaw Titan didn't have a face mask or whatever the fuck it was. It didn't have like the metal claws. But Peaks did, so I thought it's again what we were talking about.
Not
like,
Peak,
Porco. Porco. It's like almost like each family has their own fucking Keke Genkai when it comes to having a Titan ability. Is they have their own special like bloodline trait, if you will.
Well, it's also probably like training as well, in a sense. Like I feel like, for example, because Porco is for example. I doubt there's just soldier candidates for a reason. There's probably like, the reason why these people are soldier candidates is because
for specific
and they
points.
even said it in episode 3 or something. I can't remember. Like they said, these specific people were chosen for their titans.
Yeah, for particular reasons.
So each, it's different. It's a reason. Maybe like the colossal titan, you can make it like extra big or something. You know, certain families make it extra tall. Who knows?
I think it's not just that, but it's how well they navigate it in a sense. They say like with Porco, right? Because he has training, the reason why his jaw titan's a lot better and he can harden. I don't think it's just like, I think it's also to do with the hereditary stuff, but I think it's because he knows how a titan works. He's like, for example, Ymir. She knew more than the Paradise Lost, but she didn't know how to like use that ability. I'm pretty sure when she transformed in the castle, that was her first time transforming. I think.
Maybe. I can't remember season 3 that much.
Yeah, it was season 2. Like.
When she saved everyone from the top of the castle.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's like one of her first times transforming, because remember, she got fucked up like instantly. She almost died from that. So we know that she's
not a useless titan shifter in the world. How can you be a titan shifter? The whole point is you're supposed to be, way, way, way powerful compared to other titans, and she just holds straight smoke.
Now, to be fair, she was doing well, but I think it was also a titan sword, so she like. She killed like a
even
bunch,
Eren's first time transforming way back when in season 1, this guy killed like 30 titans, bro.
Yeah, true, but he's the attack titan. That's sort of the job. Like, it can't be counterproductive.
You can't.
It can't be counterproductive that attack titan couldn't, fuck all the titans up.
No, you can't say that's bullshit. The jaw titan should be all jaw then. He should not have any arms, legs, or a torso. It doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm saying the attack titan's combative ability.
Imagine the transformation that just transforms into a massive head.
Just head only.
It can't move.
Well, because I'm the cart titan should just be a wooden cart.
No. What I mean by that.
Yeah, well, I know what you mean, Sen. I know what you mean. They have like we were talking about the other day. They have that like primary thing.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying and that's what I'm saying. The jaw titan, in a sense, like Ymir's was just inexperienced. I don't think it was like her hereditary was like bad, I would say, but she just didn't know how to use it.
Yeah. Alright, let's stop waffling. Let's get back to like last theory. The stuff like near the end. Everybody, so they've got a plan. They've definitely got a plan because all this shit was planned out. I don't know what Eren did. I think looking back on it, I don't think Eren went rogue. I think he just killed civilians when he was told, like, expressly not to, or avoid it as much as possible. Because, what's his name? You got Sasha, Connie, and the other one, what's his name?
Sean.
Yeah, Sean was talking to the other guy. They were saying, keep civilian casualties to a minimum. Which Eren obviously didn't do because this guy transformed under a block of flats and killed everyone inside of it.
Yeah.
Which was a bit of a prick move if you think about it. But hey, we moved.
Yeah, but it was also like threatening. Well, that's the reason why he basically threatened Brian. It's like I'm gonna kill these people. But obviously he did it anyway. But that was the whole point.
The point was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they had a plan. Eren killed a bunch of people that he didn't need to, which is again prick move, but whatever. But now they've got another plan. Zeke hasn't explained what he's gonna do and how he's gonna try and like tell Eren to control the rumbling.
Zeke's plan is and what Yelena and all those lot think is to free all the audience, which whatever that means is
it's a bit suspect. It sounds like some cult shit, bro.
It does.
Yeah. I've actually just called it extinction.
I think that's the point. I think if I'm being, I would like to also now have it on record that we came up with the theory, like, because the manga isn't finished yet, right? Yeah. So we don't know what happens in the end. we came up with a theory that possibly this entire thing is a time loop, and that's why Eren has. Well, Sen came up with it, and I'm now taking credit for it. Where this is a time loop, this is why Eren has his weird little dream at the very start. Where basically, the dream is him living through life, and then if it doesn't work out, let's reset. We'll hit the reset button, bro.
For those to give further context, in episode 1, there was a dream sequence of roughly 20 seconds or so, and it basically shows a bunch of like fast screen shots and stuff, and transitions. And in those, but if you analyze it properly, and there's many videos on YouTube.
I'll probably link one in
it's
the
literally
description.
Foreshadows like events. Like for example, there was one right at the start where flowers.
The blood on the flowers, isn't it?
And it's also the same. Yeah, it's the same scene in
Hans
season
dies.
2 when Hans dies, and when Smiling Giant bites it, the blood goes onto the flowers. So, and also in the very last bit of the flashback, well, not flashback, the flash forward, I guess.
Yeah, there's not much behind this moment before it. For some reason, he has this weird ass dream. But yeah. He also sees his mum getting picked up at the time, which happens later in episode 1. Yeah. So, and also at the very last, like, he wakes up and Mikasa says, "Eren, why are you crying?" Which makes me think is that these aren't necessarily flash forward, but he's lived through this already, in a sense. And he wakes up and he probably just forgets it all. Well, he thinks
like
it's a dream.
Trauma.
No, what it might be is he thinks it's a dream, right? Like it's like a really bad nightmare, because like when kids wake up from a nightmare, they cry. There's a natural reaction. Yeah. But he thinks it's a nightmare, not realizing it's actually his future. Yeah. Maybe he's clocked that. Maybe he now where we are now. Maybe he's clocked it and he's realized that he might be. That might be the big thing that Eren's hiding from everyone, is that actually life is just a time loop and Eren's the fucking center of it. Yeah. And maybe, or me and Gerd discussed it could be like Groundhog Day, where maybe when he dies, and he gets rebirthed. Just time restart. Yeah. It's a possibility, right? It makes it theoretically could work, I feel. Yeah. Possibly, even though the science doesn't make sense, but we won't talk about that here. It would take far too long. The video's already 34 minutes. Obviously, comments are disabled, so you can't comment. That's unfortunate, but I'm not willing to take the risk. I'm trying to back you, man, as well. Yeah, because I know how peak it is when you get a good anime spoiled by just waste men in the comments of like YouTube videos and shit. It's just annoying. Also, secondly, if you're one of those people that fuck you, blood. If you're one of those people when we said there's spoilers in it and chose to watch regardless. That's your fault. That's on you, bro. That's your fault. Bro, did you not see the big red fucking text that said spoilers? Season 1 through 4, Attack on Titan. I spoke it as well. Yeah. So don't complain. Don't be pissed off now that you fucking. We're gonna have comments off, so you can't complain. But yeah. I'm actually gonna do something a bit odd here. Smash the dislike button if you want me to turn comments on. I will actually do it if there are enough dislikes. I'm being serious. Oh no, actually, let's turn it, bro. Smash the like button. If there's enough likes, I'll turn it on. No, it's dislike now. Come on. Nah, allow it, man, please. Smash the subscribe button. Yeah, boom that subscribe button. Hit the notification thing. Yeah. Episodes every week. Even if there isn't an episode, we can probably talk about stuff Attack on Titan for a bit. But yeah, we'll try and make this like a weekly thing at the end of every episode, just to explain it. Even despite he does not have a YouTube channel, but my boy, he talks it with us. He enjoys Attack on Titan with us. My boy. But yeah, again, it's unfortunate that I have to turn the comments off. But you man get it. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why it has to
your
happen.
blessing. We are
Doing it for you
your
and doing it for me as well, because I don't want to get spoiled. It would just piss me off like a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Especially with Attack on Titan, like if you somehow watch this, even though we told you not to watch it, go and watch it and try and stay away from spoilers because it's way more satisfying when you experience it.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's entirely your fault if you got spoiled here because I warned you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad. But yeah, anyway, we've been talking, we've been waffling for long enough.
Yeah. All right. See you lot.
Tune in next week for another episode. Subscribe, bells, yeah.